Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to A Different Opinion. We have for you today one from the Daily Mail. We got one from the Daily Wire. We got a funny story from Twitter. And then we also got another story from the Express, right, in the UK. So there's a lot of things absolutely ripping Meghan Markle. Yet again, it's pretty obvious to know most people do not like her. And I'm sorry, if you're trying to defend her, you probably haven't been looking at many things, right? You're obviously looking at the gossip magazines and that where they try and defend her for being a powerful woman and everything. But it's not about that. It's about now in a better position than she ever was and looking down on other women, in my opinion. This is what it seems like, and other people as well. Doing the work that she used to do, and now she's saying, you know, I'm better than that. People shouldn't be doing that, blah, blah, blah. I felt bad and rah, rah, doing this job. But she was very happy taking the paycheck and doing the work, where many people are happy to do this because they see it for what it is. So before we jump into these and see Whoopi Goldberg accuse Meghan Markle of making women feel bad for who are trying to make a living. And that comes in different shapes, different forms, right? You could be on Deal or No Deal. You could be a CEO of a company. You could be a stripper. You could be whatever. But people do it because that is what they want to do and that's how they want to make money. So before we jump into it, if you do want to support the channel, please subscribe below the video, comment with your thoughts, and like the video if you liked it. So let's jump into it. Whoopi Goldberg has blasted Meghan Markle for making other women feel bad after the royal claimed her time as a briefcase girl on the show Deal or No Deal, right? So where there'll be a contestant and there'll be all these girls standing on the stage and they'll all hold a briefcase. So you got to choose the different briefcases. It's got different amount of money on it. And then obviously you're trying to keep the biggest amount of money briefcases for last because you get a call from the banker, show director, who says, you know, I'll offer you this amount of money. They're afraid that it could be $1 million or whatever the max is, but you could also end up with $1. So it's a pretty interesting show, really pretty interesting concept. But to jump into it, Meghan Markle said when she was on the stage, she was made to feel like a bimbo just because she's holding a briefcase doing a job. So Whoopi Goldberg, famed for her liberal views, delivered the... And I mean, Whoopi Goldberg's show is honestly horrible. Her show, I believe it's The View, is ridiculous. If you actually watch that show and you enjoy it, there is something wrong with you, no offense. Because she just makes things up left, right, and center. And they obviously have their little panel on there where they all have the exact same mindset. And that's the worst thing about this show. There's no someone pushing back against anything. It's just one view and that's it. If you don't agree, you're cut. That's literally what it is. So I'd rather watch shows where there's different points of view. Each member has a different set of views instead of just all agreeing on the same thing over and over and over. It's just boring as heck. So she said, my point is, if you see it and that's how you feel, just maybe you don't want to make the other woman feel bad because maybe they're not. You know, maybe they're trying to make a living too. The objectification might be coming from you and how you felt about how these women were being portrayed. Exactly. That's just her point of view. Right? Everyone sees it in a different way. Like I said in the last video where I spoke about this when it first came out, a lot of women are happy to do that job. Men are happy to do that job because, I mean, it's pretty good money. You can use it as a platform for your TV career or whatever you want to do. And obviously it worked in her instance because she became an actress, right? And was on Suits and blah, 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 blah. That's what you have to change because we're performers. When you're a performer, you take the gig. Sometimes you're in a bozo suit. Sometimes you got a big nose. And this is just the way it is. And Whoopi Goldberg is literally one of those people. She's exactly like Meghan Markle, though. She's also said things about being a comedian or whatever back in her day. She looks down on it now as well. So it's funny how people do these things when they're younger. And when they get older, they're like, oh, actually, I'm better than that. And Whoopi Goldberg is literally the exact same person. And just to show you how much of a hypocrite she is, please watch this video. I don't care what you think of her, blah, 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 but you have to agree that the evidence is there that she's just a massive hypocrite where she says one thing on one show and she says another thing on another show. Yeah, watch for yourself.
I don't want to force anybody. I don't want anybody coming in my house telling me how to raise my daughter and what she needs because they don't know. Well, you know, it's my rights. But okay. But I don't care. I will tell you, this is my body. And nobody, you got people telling me I got to wear a mask or don't wear a mask or do this. Everybody wants to tell me what to do. But you won't let me make my decision about my body. You are not the person to make that decision. My doctor and my...
And that's the thing too, like if she stays like this, you know, my body, my choice, blah, 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 then it'll be fine if she just stuck to that narrative, but you'll see here.
Self and my child, that's who makes the decision. We need to do this, and it's not gonna allow us to be without masks until we all do it, because quite frankly, I'm not going outside until I know everybody outside has had the shot. See? When you tell me what I need to do with my doctor and my family, how dare you? How dare you tell us what to do? Well, put a damn mask on, because, you know, I'm sick of talking about your rights. Let's
see. It's so funny how this has become a narrative, right? Where 1 minute they're like, everyone needs to get the vaccine. The next thing is, it's my right. You know, if I want to wear a mask or not, right. Next thing is, you got to wear the mask. It's just, you got to stick to your guns, right? Like all the famous commentators, everything out there, they have the same opinion and they don't change it show by show. And that's what's annoying about her. And this is where Meghan Markle is exactly the same as her. She keeps changing her opinion on everything, where she says, I was so objectified, but at the same time, she took the roles in Suits and everything where she was objectified. So there was no bra station. Former briefcase girl suggested Meghan Markle is a liar. This just dropped a couple days ago. A fellow briefcase girl on the show Deal or No Deal suggested that Meghan Markle lied when she claimed that the show provided stations where various briefcase girls could have their bras stuffed. Patricia Cara, 50, who appeared on the series for its entire 2005 to 2009 run, including all 34 2006-2007 episodes, which Markle also appeared, slammed Markle on the Inside Edition. There was no bra station. There was no bra station. Cara insisted. Markle had stated on her Archetypes podcast, there were different stations for having your lashes put on your extensions put in, or the padding in your bra. Bam, just to show you again, lied again. Markle claimed she had been objectified on the show, declaring I was surrounded by smart women on the stage with me, but that wasn't the focus on why we were there. You took the job knowing what it is, Meghan. And I would end up leaving with this pit in my stomach knowing that I was so much more than that was being objectified on the stage. Let's jump to the next story for you. Meghan Markle did not quit Deal or No Deal. She was fired according to sources. Meghan Markle was getting a little too close to the host's show, Howie Mandel, which led to his wife to insist that she was fired. Another example of Meghan's beautiful personality. Yet again, this is not confirmed, right? So take it with a grain of salt. Next one. Meghan Markle slammed by Nana Akua over Queen tribute for Get You Trashed the Royal Family. So Nana Akua revealed she wasn't a fan of Meghan Markle's latest Archetypes podcast with Paris Hilton. She reminded viewers of the criticism the Duchess aimed at the royal family in previous interviews. Speaking to Variety, Meghan praised the late Queen and shared the honor she felt being able to know, which we went through in the last video. Like, everyone can accept the Queen was a great leader. I feel deep gratitude to have been able to spend time with her and get to know her, Meghan Markle said. Even though, according to Vanity Fair's royal correspondent Katie Nicholl, Meghan and Harry declined the Queen's last invitation. How sad's that, right? The presenter continued, I've reflected on that first official engagement with her, how specific that felt. I feel fortunate and I continue to be proud to have a nice warmth with the matriarch of the family. Nana criticized. So we should forget that you trashed the royal family on Oprah by putting it out there that someone in the royal family was a racist. It's like this never happened, right? It is a massive accusation to make. And if memory serves me correctly, I believe the Queen's extremely polite and measured response. You make up your own mind, I guess. but there's just more and more stories that keep popping up. And the thing is with Meghan as well, with her podcast, if you do listen to it, a lot of these things seem like she is above other people. And have a listen for yourself. On the podcast, it's on Spotify, and you just make up your own mind. Let me know what you think, if you have been listening to her or not. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you do want to see future videos. And comment with your opinions, please. Thanks for watching.